Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back with some more 1212 AD, and we have a 100 Years War siege for you today as England is sallying out on Lorraine here, and they're about to take out this trebuchet once and for all. So here we go, they're going to go straight on in. Is Lorraine going to send any troops? So he's got plenty of shock infantry and infantry nearby that you can maybe rush that cavalry with. You also have one of the England's allies here also trying to defend, or like not to defend, to take out some more of these units. Maybe go for some infantry, I don't know. Seems like maybe some more infantry or more cavalry. There's more cavalry over here. Yeah, we have more English knights here. So we have 4 units of cavalry. Yeah, there you go. They routed that trebuchet very nicely. So there you go. We have a 3v3 as I mentioned. You can see the French are rushing cavalry across. I don't think they'll make it in time. I hate to break it to them. But yeah, we have 3 English armies facing 2 French and a Lorraine army. So you could say 3 French. Because the French, Lorraine is a French faction. So the cavalry going in here doing some hammer and anvil, some really good charges here. So yeah, so it's going to be an interesting one for sure. That is going to be for sure. It's nice to be back at 1212 doing some more siege action. Has been a little while since we have done a siege. But yeah, and we've got a great rivalry. Oh dear, we've got a great rivalry here today. I'm apparently struggling with words. It must be the heat. It is not cooled down in Britain. It is still far too warm. More cavalry come flying on in though. Some really expensive knights here. I mean, this is a tier 3 one. This one's tier 1. Still doing some good damage though to these dismounted Ritter down here. And it looks like we're going to see a rear charge here in a moment from the cavalry. It's going to go into these dismounted Ritter as well. Flying on in. Really good charges there. And that'll do a fair amount of damage. But yeah, this was a replay sent in by a member of my Discord. If you want to join the Discord, links down below in the description as always. And it'll be always great to have some more 1212 fans there. This is a cavalry torn all the way into this like Honda Arms back here. They've also hit this pole arm unit, this mercenary Swiss halberdier, and it's losing decisively to cavalry. It's not unusual. You don't see that very often. Cavalry beating a pole arm unit. That's a good start. I mean, this halberdier, it's got triple gold chevrons on it. I mean, actually quite a lot of this stuff I just realised has chevrons on it. By the swords. Artillery also going in. That was a really good hit there from the wall artillery. That must be, yeah, like Bastion catapult there. We now have the French cavalry over here. We have French Chevaliers and Gentiles here. So, I mean, they are not going to have to worry about those, are the English cavalry. They actually are going to get surrounded here. So that is going to be the end of that cavalry there. That 13th century one is going to disappear. But that's okay. It's the cheap one. But as always, if you're enjoying seeing 1212 on the channel and would like to see some more medieval action, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support. And the sally out seems to be losing a bit of steam now. It seems to be losing its momentum, starting to get slowly cut down. These Honda Arms are doing the work that they're here to do. But yeah, so it seems like the Frenchies are going to. They're going to stop this English cav, basically. They've done a pretty good damage of the English cav. I mean, they took out the trebuchet as a big win, I guess. This cavalry here is going to survive, almost certainly, yet. Well, it looks like it's going to survive. I think I somehow stuck out of that one. That English cav just... If it gets to the walls, if it goes and stands at the bottom here, they can get some archer support there, and they could focus this really elite cav down. I mean, actually, yeah, most of this English cav is going to survive. I mean, it's really beaten up, but it's going to be a thorn in the side for this Lorraine army now. I mean, the French have now got a lot of cavalry up here, including a general. We've got a King of France early, who's chevroned up to hell. Don't know why they bother to chevron up so much. Why not just bring a more expensive general, like bring Joan of Arc or something like that? Maybe they could ban Joan of Arc. She is pretty OP. Is this cavalry going to try and get back inside? Yeah, I would try and get back inside. Defensive cavalry can be pretty effective. But we also have now landings on the tower. We have towers landing and ladders landing, actually. We have some shock infantry here that kind of needs to actually be given the order to attack. They're facing French Chevaliers at tier 1. Don't know why France is bringing tier 1 Chevaliers to this fight. It's facing I'm going to say tier 3, yeah, shock infantry. It's not a fight they can win. Same on this side. They've got Sergeant at Arms here against Sergeants, which are a late period. So, I mean, they should really beat them. Like, the late period should beat the early period. Lots of people see, like, early period units and think, see them as really expensive and think, oh, these are really good. But once they get, like, start fighting a higher tier unit, they usually get screwed over pretty effectively. I don't even know that cavalry got back inside. I don't think it did. I think it must have. Yeah, it looks like it went for these archers, and it got some sort of a charge off. Guard of Scots over here with so many chevrons. Well, jeez, I want to know what the funds were for this army. This is just insane. Insane. I mean, the defenders are gonna have a pretty like good army as well to defend with. So I mean, chevrons do so much, but they don't like change battles. It also doesn't help when you bring in tier 1s against a tier 3 unit. That's not going to end well. This tower is kind of annoying my angle. Yeah, these boys are getting cut down slowly. But who's breaking and running for their lives? Oh, swords on the wall here. Sergeants being broken. They're being broken by tier 3 sergeants. So there you go. This French player over here has got tier 3 sergeants. That is good to see. But they also are dropping those dismounted chevaliers once again. Don't know how wise an idea it was to bring these guys. They are the most expensive sword I think available for France. But like I said, they're not the most effective to bring when you're facing a tier 3 army. Or mostly tier 3. I don't know if the entire English army is. We'll have a look, shall we? Shall we have a look at their defense while the wall is being attacked? I imagine they've got, yeah, retinue longbows. They've got English foot knights. We actually have a trebuchet, like, well, not trebuchet, catapult here. We have sergeants. They're all going to be like tier 3. I presume they've got, yeah, more English foot knights. We've got the heavy billmen. So it's a solid unit there, tier 3. I would imagine we're going to have, like, the yeomen of the guard, the really elite pole arms that are back here. These guys look awesome. They really do. I imagine this would be the really elite archers as well, somewhere scattered around. I don't know. They may not be. Yeomen of the guard, longbowmen. There you go. So they got lots of elite stuff to defend of England. So, I mean, this is going to be a tough assault for France, who's actually already losing on this wall over here. And this is with tier 1, I believe, tier 1 sergeant at arms, yeah. Like I said, they weren't going to win this fight. But they do look good in their fleur-de-lises. Fleur-de-lis uniform. They look nice in that. Give them that. The shock infantry on the wall as well should wreck lives. Like, this is also burning. This ladder's starting to burn quite badly. I mean, actually, it doesn't look like it's going to go anywhere anytime soon, but it's at 72%. It's not quite 72% fire damage, and then it's got to go into like 100% damage as well, and then it'll collapse. But I doubt the French will send any more infantry up. Surely they'll realise that that tower is out of commission, or that ladder is out of commission. But the wall battle is raging, it really is. I mean, you've got a shock infantry over here as well. And there's a guard of Scots halberds that are inside the walls now. I presume these guys have come off like a tower somewhere. I actually have no idea how these guys have got out. I'm going to presume they pulled through like this combat over here. I would presume they came from there and they pulled through to get down here. But they are actually losing decisively against shock infantry. Because they're getting focused down by archers. I don't know why the French player thought it was a good idea to send the Guard of Scots in first, or like one of the first units in. This is a really highly elite unit. You want to save this for like last. You always send your pole arms in last anyway. You don't send them in first. Yeah, these guys are they're gonna get wrecked. And this now looks like we've got a Guard of Scots coming on with the archer variant now coming towards the walls, and we also have lots. Look at the shock infantry, so much shock infantry. France is throwing it all in. They're all battling down here as well. Then we got another brutal fight going up here. There's a lot of. This is a really good tactic. The wall tactics are like becoming more and more common now for 12-12, and they're being pretty brutal. I've like archers and like infantry combining. They do really well. Yeah, they're battling on the wall, and they're going to carry on battling on the wall. I mean, if we just look at a general overview of what's going on the wall here, it generally looks like it's going pretty well for the English, I'd say. I mean, they've routed everything over on this side here. Lorraine is yet to actually assault, because I think he's so scared of the cavalry. Here he comes. He's coming finally. But yeah, France is really throwing everything against the wall right now. Not seeing much in return. I mean, they're piling so much stuff on here, it's making it almost impossible for longbows to miss. So, I mean, the English probably appreciate that. But, I mean, yeah, these longbows here, these Renault longbows, getting probably some. Oh, yeah, they're just shooting these idle shock infantry here.
Bastards! I will cut out your hearts! Fire, you fools!
They have routed this English sergeant here. I mean, now the French can get off the wall, but there is a sergeant waiting. They may want to. Like, the English may want to send some more troops up, but they are routing this dismounted Chevalier. Maybe they're just going to wait, let them come down, and just face these billmen. I don't know. Don't know what the English plan is. They've got some spearmen here as well. I'm surprised they brought spearmen. With the money he had available, you could have brought so much more. They are getting forced back in some areas now, the English. I mean, they've probably taken a lot of French down with them. Yeah, they've nearly evened it out. The French have lost a good amount of men. Sergeants here battling away. They're trying to, I don't know, they look like they're chasing the wrong, like the routing unit, I don't know. Not quite sure what they're doing. But yeah, I'm seeing more and more people like in 1212 fighting on the walls, which is kind of nice to see. It's more historical. You would fight for your walls, you wouldn't just stand in the city and wait. Looks like the English cav over here is going to come again. It's going to come and harass come for this French cav that's been left to defend it. Where's the other French cav? Did it go back? I think it has. It's gone all the way back over there. Hopefully this French player is keeping an eye on this, because if they get a good charge here, the English, then I mean that's pretty detrimental. They're going to get a good charge. There you go. French cav getting hit. There you go. In they go. I mean, the Gentiles should still do okay. I mean, they are losing decisively, but it's going to allow the other cavalry to get around the back. Going for rear charges here on the infantry. So he goes flying on in. That's a really good charge. Lost like a good 20 odd men. English Knight's going to go flying in, going after Pavis. Crossbows is not a bad target either. I mean, they're going to be very useful in the last stages of this siege. So get rid of them get rid of as many of them as possible is a very good idea. There you go. Run these guys down. So very nicely done there by the cavalry. Let's go back to the siege as the Lorraines also starting to arrive on the walls now. Fighting in the streets is going on as well. Sergeants still battling each other down here. I mean, there's so many bodies down here now. I mean, the French are also now forcing their way down here. I think this might just be due to them taking like other choke points like here. I don't know. The French have forced their way down, and these sergeants are losing. I think because the shock infantry getting involved. So that shock infantry, I don't think could afford to. It probably wants to stay that side of the sergeants, because otherwise it gives these archers here a clear line of sight. I think that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get around the back of the swords, surround this unit, and quickly kill it off. Good to see that the French have been focusing down billmen here as well at some point, clearly. Looks like the French are slowly starting to take the walls, though, like I said, the English have inflicted a good amount of damage. They're going to need to inflict some more, though. Shock infantry down here fighting some sergeants. That's going to be a win for the French, you imagine. Dismounted Chevaliers doing their bit. They should win that, I think, unless any like more archers get involved. Maybe these longbowmen shooting from the flank could do a lot of damage. I mean, these longbowmen are nearly out of ammo. They might get sent down. Battling on the wall here as well. I mean, this is a good spot for like focusing units. I mean, you can. I mean, it looks like the archers here are maybe going to do it. I don't know. Yeah, they are. I mean, they need some more ammo. But this is a good spot to focus down units on the wall. Really nice angle. See there. Look at it. I mean, you can barely tell who's on whose side. Everyone's just wearing plate armor. The men are breaking. I mean, it looks like. Well, it doesn't seem like Lorraine's landed too much just yet. He's still taking his time. Landing his dismounted Ritter against these sergeants. I think the dismounted Ritter does count as like a shock infantry, but it is actually a sword unit. But it doesn't actually have a weapon, if I show you. This is something that 1212's never sorted out. I believe, if I quickly have a look. Can we? Oh, is there any more dismounted Ritter? Yeah, there's one over here. It's much easier to see. Hopefully. These guys don't actually they have a sword in their hilt, but like they don't have one in hand. So like this one's a good example. Like this guy here doesn't have the weapon in his hand. Something that they've never really sorted out. So I presume the dismounted Ritter is supposed to count as like shock infantry almost, but like a sword unit, like the early period swords for HRE. But I don't know. Sergeant arms here getting cleaned up. We'll never know, I guess, until they get their weapons handed to them. We'll never know what they're supposed to be, whether they are supposed to be swords, acting as shock, or just swords. Polom's here though, helping their allies in helping their allies clean up here. They've got the Billmen. They're doing their bit, helping their ally English army out. I mean, they are wavering though. The Billmen are going to be a bit at risk soon though, because I'm sure these archers. These Frank archers are eventually going to get on the walls. They actually are already on the walls, these Frank archers. And they're going to start focusing those guys down in the back, you imagine. Getting some rear shots. Over here, the massive shock infantry is actually getting routed. The sergeants down here have managed to hold on. They are still losing, but the units down here are so depleted now. They were like 130 men. Now they're down to like, I guess, less than that. There you go, those longbowmen seem like they cleared them out. Yeah, they routed all of them. Wow. That's a big win there for the English. Routed about 3 shock infantry units. I mean, they were all depleted. They're going to rout another one here. These are all big wins. Big wins. Getting cavalry inside, though, that is a bit of a worry for the English. And they are now going to have cavalry inside them. That will cause some chaos. Hopefully the English still have some cav, but I don't think they do. There's a clash of infantry here. Shock versus swords again. Really, the French should win this fight. Let's see where that cav's going. It's just the French king. He's just sitting back there. I mean, this shock infantry needs to get on the walls. It needs to get on the walls and silence these archers, because otherwise it's going to get silenced by the cav. Get on the walls, sonnies. Go and fight for your king. For king and country. Wow. So yeah, go in there. Do that. Get those boys. Oh yeah, this is not looking good. Cavalry coming in here has changed this battle around. They did rout the shock infantry, but now the normal infantry, the dismounted chevaliers, is going to come in and do some damage. I'd send these shock infantry to run them down this hill. Keep them on this hill. Don't let them come up. I mean, it's also tier 1. You should easily beat that.
The men are running, cowards.
I mean, I say should. Like, they may obviously not. Oh, Polom's here. Why? What happened here? What happened here? Gentiles. I don't know. I literally just came over here, but I'm presuming that these billmen must have turned around. Oh my gosh, look at the numbers drop! These billmen must have turned around to retreat up the hill for some bizarre reason. Well, they should have just stood their ground. I guess they were worried they were going to get outflanked by the sword. But the cav has just run them down like they're not even there. And this cavalry now getting inside the walls is causing a lot of problems. Archers here that all thought they were safe, now under threat. I mean, this Gentile is taking a bit of damage. But it's going to do more damage to this arch unit here. spears over here. They're struggling against shock infantry. Shock infantry does rip through spears in 1212. A little key fact for you there if you are playing 1212 and you're new to it.
Broken and running for their lives. Our allies have abandoned us.
Smash Chevaliers doing their bit. And these polearms over here, I'm surprised they won. I mean, I thought they were always going to be under threat from these archers on the wall. But they're busy shooting down the shock infantry. Also, probably inadvertently shooting their own general. He's taken a lot of casualties. He's down to 22 men. I mean, it isn't like they've overcomplicated the whole thing. If they just charged the, like, cycle charge for that general, they probably would have killed this unit. They didn't need to focus down. Or just focus the unit down. Didn't need to send the gen in. But that, I mean, that shock infantry is now dead, but the general's nearly dead as well. He's very close to dying. A couple more shots into him and they may kill him. Chevaliers have now reached the top of this hill, and they're now facing the foot knights. Cavalry coming into the back, that's probably not helping the whole situation with the infantry fight. These cavalry probably could have snuck around the corner instead of rear charging their own, like, fight, their infantry fight. But you know what? I won't question the tactics.
Men are running. Stand and fight, damn you.
Fighting on the wall here is still going on. It looks like they're trying to take the tower. I mean, they look like they are going to take the tower as well. I mean, if that's the case, then a lot of men are going to die when this tower collapses. Yep, there you go. A lot of men died there, and I think that was all English. All these Englishmen just died. A fair few Frenchies did die as well, but that was more detrimental to the French. To the English, sorry. And you can see the cavalry here that snuck in behind through this gap here is now in behind, and it is going after archers and shock infantry. And the English are going to be quickly forced back to this last stand already, which is not a good sign. I mean, it's 3,100 versus 4,200. I mean, there's a lot of English assets I feel that are being cut off. Certainly these ones on the wall here have been cut off, so you can't really take them into account of the numbers that are left. Lorraine's also looking pretty healthy still. Like, he's got a lot of shock infantry still alive. He's got pikes. He's got crossbows with full ammo. The crossbows are, like, assault in this point may not be easy to use. I mean, maybe able to get them on this wall here and shoot across, but not really anywhere else. Good to see the shock infantry here for England winning. Doing their bit, cutting the damn Frenchies down. These Garda Scots up here, these Scotsmen that would rather fight for the French crown than for their own crown. And they're quite happy to kill Englishmen though. That's all they care about. That's all they wanted to do when they signed up. I mean, they get a goddamn sexy looking uniform as well, put it like that.
Waiting to fire! Mark your targets when they come. Enemy approach.
Doing a very good job. I mean, these two units are basically beaten now. I mean, these guys, this shock infantry is going to get back, which is always good. I probably start thinking about falling back archers as well. Like, these archers need to fall back because otherwise they're going to get run down by cavalry, which the French does still have a couple of weakened units knocking about, and generals, which could easily just run them down. And as the general here, the English general, I think should be able to get a decent charge on this infantry. Dismounted Ritter, he should be able to. Don't know what he's really fearing. It's just swords. I mean, it is the dismounted Ritter, which we don't know what it has, what weapon it's supposed to have. But it's here. It's not charging. It's just moving. It needs to charge, but it's going downhill. It's going to be all right. Did a pretty decent charge. It could have got a better charge, I think, if it was running.
The enemy refuses to admit
But yeah, they need to get out of there. They can't stay in combat too long. I mean, the player's done a very good smart job here with this Ritter. Even though he is, like, obviously getting charged by cavalry, he's at least staying at the bottom of the hill, so, like, the change in terrain, kind of breaking up the charge, not making it a very easy charge for the cavalry to go through the entire unit. Yeah, I'd hold fire on that raider. I mean, sword infantry is not the real concern. It's the shock you need to be worrying about. It's pole arms you need to be worrying about. Pikes. Those are the things you need to be shooting down. I mean, the English still have plenty of ammo, which is obviously very reassuring. Oh, this is not gonna be this is gonna be painful. Yeah, the shock. I don't know why they decided to hold here. Like, they haven't got the right assets to be holding against cavalry charges. And also, they should be shooting the cavalry as it comes in to slow the charge down. I know that's the thing in Rise of Mordor. I don't know if it's the thing in 1212. But if you shoot a cavalry charge, as a cavalry unit as it's charging, it slows the charge down, which obviously saves some troops. I don't think that's the case, because this cavalry ain't slowing down. I don't think it is a thing for 1212. Played too much Rise of Mordor recently. Yeah, they're going to get in and just get vaporized by these archers. There you go. This cavalry's gone. That very, very expensive cav, all gone. But I mean, they did their job. They like eradicated that foot knight, which had done so well to stay alive down here, and retreat. But now it seems like we're coming to a bit of a slow part of the siege. I don't know. There's about 1,000-man difference in it now. I don't know. It was closer at some other points, the battle. I think the French have done a good job turning this one around a little bit. These spears have been good in this choke point. I don't know why they've been wanting to stop cavalry. Also, I mean, when it comes to it, and the French start to attack these barricades, they need to put archers on these barricades, because when you fire down from these barricades onto the unit that's like below, destroying the barricade, you get a ridiculous amount of kills. I mean, you can't miss to start with. So like, every single shot you fire from that barricade is hitting. Shock infantry down here, so beat. I mean, why are you firing? Why are you firing ammo at these units? They are what, like 47, 42. They're not great. Not a great amount of men left in them. And you're also going to just kill your own shock infantry, which has done such a good job, or it had done a great job until it was getting charged by cavalry. How is this shock infantry still standing? These absolute gods. 13 of them left. 12 now because they're getting shot by. They broke. God damn it, England! Shooting your own, shooting your own heroes. A general down here getting another good charge. This is this Ritter unit. Oh no, it's the halberds. This halberd unit's just not having a good day. It's broken as well. Get out of there, English general. Cannot afford to stay down there. Good charge though, getting rid of a really elite halberd. I don't know if that must have been the one that was already beaten up earlier. We saw. Swiss company down here now.
The enemy have rallied their units.
Now it seems like we're just down to a bit of a skirmish phase. So I'm gonna just make a quick cut until the French and the English start their next moves really. So I'll see you guys in a moment. So we are back, and it seems like the French, or certainly Lorraine's, making some pushes here. I mean, he tried to push up his infantry onto like the final stand. The English general came flying out, and he's well, basically trying to put this cavalry to flight. Oh, not this cavalry, this infantry, sorry, to flight. And you can see lots of archers moving up. It seems like shock infantry as well is making a move. I mean, everything seems to be making a move. There's so much shock infantry left as well. Look at all of this. All this Honda arms to come. A sea of men in armor. Why have you got a Poland banner? Don't know. A weird one. A weird one to be sure. But there you go. Infantry now engaging again. Only a little cut. There wasn't really much going on. There's like a little bit of there was a little bit of cat and mouse between a few units. Some units were like trying to goad each other into fighting. And there's a bit of archer fire from the English. They're firing on again some more weakened units. I mean, they actually were, yeah, they were shooting on like shock infantry. I mean, I'd shoot the shock infantry as it's trying to like destroy this barricade. You want to keep your barricades alive to stop cavalry coming in. You're gonna put them a heavy billman. I mean, all they're gonna do is just kill some 30 company. I mean, these are actually pretty. I wouldn't, if I was the French, I wouldn't be throwing these guys away. These are a pretty good archer unit. What's the guy over here? Guard of Scots. Yeah, they'll rip through those billmen if they're left to their own devices. These retinue longbow, I genuinely believe, put them on this barricade up here. You will destroy any unit that comes around here, and it just basically stops the enemies from uniting up. They can't go for it, but they have destroyed this barricade, unfortunately. Maybe it's part of their plan. Maybe it's part of their grand scheme. I don't know. But, yeah, I don't know. You don't really want to let the enemy take out a barricade without, like, making them pay for it. And there's a lot of shock infantry. This is the only problem, though, when it comes to the defenders. They've now got shock infantry and pole arms left. Stuff that's all very susceptible to archer fire, to crossbows, which Lorraine and France still have. So that is an issue. I just like how the Ridders just like going in with... They're punching people. They're so strong they can kill men with a single punch. We've got cavalry sneaking around here. The King's bodyguard's been really active, very aggressive, and he ain't broken this unit here. Gonna have to send up some more troops there at Lorraine. I mean, they could push down, maybe, England with... It's a shame they don't have a cavalry unit that's not a general, because they could be really aggressive, go for, like, bounce off all these units down here, cause some havoc. Again here, like, you could just, if you got an archer unit onto this barricade, just focus this unit down. You will make it pay. And this polearm's now way out of position, because this billman's now going to go in support. And this shock infantry here is going to come around the side. And also, why are there just archers here? They have shock infantry still. Just send this in. Or polearms, even better. Don't send the retinue longbow with full ammo in, please. For the love of God, don't send them in. This general is still being really aggressive. He's been stopped by pikes as well. He's got some Swiss pikes out there stopping him. And he's, yeah, I mean, the shock infantry is getting, like, hit hard every time it comes up here. By archers as well. I mean, this is what you want to be firing on. These Honda arms, they can do a lot of damage. These are what you want to be hitting. They are now fighting a weakened English foot knight, though. I don't know if they'll break through. I don't think the English will hold another wave of shock off. The colours in 1212 look beautiful, they really do. Even more beautiful when they're having their heads chopped off. Yeah, that shock infantry is going to lose. So I don't even think it was given a command to attack. Not really sure. When you got, look at this, crossbows going really close. I mean, just charge them. I don't think the crossbows could get out there in time. But yeah, look at this. This English foot knight's just getting melted. Like, England needs to just attack. I don't know, he must have been busy elsewhere, I don't know, but he needs to just go in and attack. Like, the French will just go, yeah, sure, we'll stand here. We'll shoot your men. Billman over here, they're going to try and get in amongst these shock infantry. It's a good fight for them, or it should be. Then again, halberds today have been a bit temperamental. I'm looking at you, Swiss halberds. You've been temperamental as well, yeah. That's a win they're going to win. The English are going to win. That's a win. That's a fight the English are going to win. Oh, jeez, words are hard. Words are hard. But yeah, these halberds, they're doing work. This is what they want to be doing. And they're going to face more of their own halberd. It's going to be Volgers, the communes. I imagine that the English will lose that one because it's not a fresh unit. Well, I mean, they're losing just slightly now with the shock there, so... And they're getting beaten up here. Where's that yeoman of the... where's the yeoman of the guard? It's way back. Good, it's been kept safe. Please. I mean, at least put archers in the front line. Let them get shot. Don't let your shock infantry like this get shot to pieces. What are the numbers looking like now? 22 versus 29. A general kill would be very handy for the English. Turn that morale around. The Honda arms broke while these English foot knights held another wave off. Just about. And we've got a general going in here, though. Henry V's in here. Trying to recreate his Agincourt days. There you go. Routed them. I mean, there's a lot of archers here, though. And these 3rd Company E, Garda Scots, Frank archers, yeah, they're going to focus on Henry V if he doesn't get out of there. I mean, bring up your own archers. Bring up the yeomen. See if you can, like, force them back. Do what you need to do. Focusing these polearms on here as well. You see the billmen have retreated. I mean, this polearm's pretty beat up as well. I don't know, maybe the English would have won that fight if it was just a 1v1, because this is tier 2 against tier 3. They may have won that fight. Finally, he goes in and deals with this the threat down here. Lorraine is setting some Ridder. But it's going to be the shock infantry of England that's going to win. And there you go. That shock actually did break. It was winning to start with, I guess because of the charge, but then it just wasn't enough. It's a shame. Over here, the halberds are ripping through these archers. It's no surprise. Halberds, I mean, this unit is losing as well. Halberds seem to just like... They'll kill a unit, but they'll also die themselves. These pole arms, I mean, this is going to be very good for the English. They've got retinue longbow right in range, and they're just focusing these pole arms down. And they can't hide. They're just going to retreat out of range if they want to survive, because they could hide by these walls or whatever. That's not where you want to be. The archers can arc over. How are this shock infantry here is still holding? 16 godlike men. Spears ready though. They'll be tough to break through. I get these spears up, get them in a shield wall of some sort. And also then just allow the archers to just shoot any shock infantry that comes up to support them. I mean, these Homme d'Armes are taking a bit of a beating. You just need to focus one down at a time. We've got a general in over here. We've got another Henry V. He's losing. He has broken this ridder. He needs to get back. He needs to get back behind the safety of somewhere. I mean, I get this general and I start flanking round and maybe trying to surround some of these units over here. Try and chain route them. I mean, you've got another King of France here, though, which you do need to be careful of. Yeah, they've routed all that. I now push down the hill with these shock infantry. Go on, England. You can do it. They're turning it around on this side, certainly. They are turning it around. Over on the other side, I can't say the same, because Henry V is losing. And he's really bloodied up. I think they must be focusing him down as well as fighting him in combat. And there you go. That is going to be Henry V dead. He is being cut down. And that is unfortunate. You kind of expected it to happen. They have more shock infantry set up. I don't know why they didn't send this one in first. I don't know why Henry V had to be thrown in first. Could do a lot of damage to morale. We've got another Henry V here that could be about to be cut down as well. Where is the other general? I think he may be dead as well, to be honest. I think that might be all the generals about to go for England. Yeah, I can't see the other general either. The King's bodyguard. That's unfortunate. And there you go. They routed that shock infantry. But there's pikes to come. Don't know if this is a fight they really want to have. They're probably going to retreat from this, let the archers do their damage. Let the archers just kill these guys off this. Well, I don't know, they are doing a lot of damage. They want to shoot the general over here as well. They need to kill King of France. The Yeomen of the Guard here are losing though. It's going to come down to...
Our general has died at enemy hands.
Oh, that's bad. That's Henry V dead. It's going to... I was going to say it's going to come down to generals. And England don't have any. But they are sending in shock infantry into all these archers down here. That may be okay. That may be a huge win. I mean, a lot of the troops for the French now are archers. Same for the English, though. They have a lot of archers left as well. And but these Garde Scots, they're pretty good in combat. They need to kill them. They need to get this general. They need to focus him down. I don't know if he... There you go. Enemy general dead. This French general has now been cut down. I don't know whether he has an army left. I don't know. These archers over here might all be his. It's kind of just coming down to Lorraine. And, I mean, there's a French general here, but he's not going anywhere anytime soon with 18 men. It seems like the French are going to push in and go for the cap point. It's Garde Scots versus retinue longbow. Some elite archers on both sides fighting. I mean, not quite elite for the English, but pretty good. These good-looking uniforms are doing a great job. Yeah, look at this down here. The archers are just getting cut through. Third Company E is just, yeah, ripping them to shreds. I don't know. English foot knight's starting to lose, though. I don't know if that's because... I mean, this unit is kind of partly pulling through to get behind. And these longbows should be able to beat the Frank archers that I thought. I don't know. I'm not an expert on archer versus archer. It seems like the crossbows here are going to quite happily just carry on shooting these pole arms. But it seems like the English in other areas are starting to win. Just because they have a little bit of shock infantry left over. Like, Garde Scots here just not going to win this fight against English foot knights. But I would have thought as morale goes on and the fighting goes on, if you can surround units for the English, you can break them quickly because they have no generals. Like I said, I think it's going to come down to generals. And they're right on the doors of the final defense here. I mean, the Lorraine still has plenty of shock. I don't know whether he wants to think about sending some around the side. These Garde Scots, they're making their way in. These retinue longbows, they don't have much morale left, I imagine. They're losing. Garde Scots are starting to get killed off, though. Oh, it's going to be a close one. These the shock infantry here needs to start getting back. I just not worry about those crossbows. Get back over here. Save the main cap point. It's going to be close. 800 versus 1100. They can get a general or two. Or maybe that Duke's Foot Guard over there, that's going to be a nasty one to kill off. If we can get this French general here, that might rout the remainder of the French. I don't know. It's going to be close. Garde Scots basically trying to get through. This is a fresh unit of relatively fresh unit of Garde Scots. I was trying to get it through. Has the general broke? Yeah, general for France has broken. So that's the lower tier Roy de France is gone. And this is the English foot knights returning. That's going to be good because that can rear charge his Garde Scots. Hopefully save the main cap point. But as you can see, it seems like the English decided to let in Lorraine. And this general's broken. That's Roy de France gone. Okay, Yeoman of the Guard are gone. Yeoman of the Guard longbows are still holding. They still have ammo. They need to use every ounce of their ammo to shoot shock infantry. Get rid of the shock infantry and there's hope. They're going to rear charge his Garde Scots. This will be a big win here for the English. They can at least give some relief to the main gap point, which is looking a little bit tenuous. They need to get more troops over to force back Lorraine, really. And there you go, they rout that Garde Scots. That's a big win there. And like I said, now they can focus over here. I mean, there's a lot of shock infantry still. This is now breaking, though. This is good. They need to get the angles right to the English. They need to just focus shock down.
The men are wavering.
Why the I guess fire arrows is going to do damage to morale. It's also doing damage to your own morale. I just fire normal arrows, just kill them. Less shock infantry for the English shock infantry to kill. I mean, this retinue longbow here is actually going to beat that dismounted ritter. That's a big win. They also need to just silence this Genoese crossbow. Just get this retinue longbow. Just shoot them a little bit. They'll break. That shock infantry needs to go over here and needs to start winning these fights. And also, I mean, Duke's bodyguard. If they can hold that in place, they may be. If they can beat all of this here, then they may be able to just. This might just chain route, just out of army losses. But it is really close. 400 versus 700 now. France power has been in favour of France all game. Can the English turn it around? Have to find out. This is not good. These retinue longbowen starting to wave after the charge of that general there. These longbows, I don't think I'm going to be able to hold them all back. The shock is winning over here, but it doesn't really matter because the crossbows are going to just flank on behind. They'll probably start to shoot these foot knights in the back, or they're going to shoot the longbowen. I mean, they're going to try and silence them, but I mean, now there's no longbows to just shoot at the general. They're just going to have to try and beat him in combat, and I don't think that's going to happen. See, they're going to try and silence these crossbows that were trying to shoot behind the foot knights. That was well played there by the English. They can beat this shock infantry. Oh, the shock infantry here, those beating the archers. It's not a good sign. And there you go. I think the English are going to lose this one as they are starting to waver across the board. But they've done a really good job. They got it down to 400 Frenchmen. It's a really, really close fought thing. And there you go. A valiant defeat for the English. They are going to lose the city to the French. But there you go. We'll end the replay and have a quick look at the end results. This one was sent in by Al Nous, who was playing as one of the English armies. He was playing as, I believe, one of the Henry V armies, because there were two different Henry V's. But yeah, I mean, this is a high fun siege, but it was a really, really good one. Yeah, some really good kills here for the English on their side. Like, we'll look at Al Snuff's first. He's got 215 kills with his General Henry V. His shock infantry getting 202 kills. His polearms getting 171. His swords getting 108. And his archers getting 156, 159. His yeoman down here getting 130. And his general, oh, he's not a general, his cav, sorry, getting 102 kills. Then we have Koto playing as another of one of the English armies. He had the mounted general, got 207 kills with his general. His shock definitely could have done a bit better, getting 95 kills. His spears only getting 44. I don't know why he brought. It seems like it was a high price game, and he brought spears. It's a bit bizarre. Heavy Billman getting 144 kills is pretty good. Sergeants getting 147. Bowman getting 250. Very well done. English Knights getting 101 and 160. Then we have Knight Volkov here, who's playing as the other English army. 215 kills with his general, Henry V, and then his shock getting 202 kills. Billman getting 171, and then his oh, sorry, I've just realized it's Volkov that sent. I don't know, Volkov must have sent this in. I've just read out Volkov's all again. Alsnuff was up here, sorry. And he's got 181 kills, sorry. 257, 267, 104 with Billman. And then he's got 107 with Sergeants here. His archers really well, 295. They're getting 300 kills. And his cavalry getting 400, 358. Well done there. Then we have Nebula playing as the French. 189 kills, I think is the best with his shock. He had a lot of shock as well. Wow. Polearms getting 90 kills. His swords, yeah, you can see here, not doing that great. You don't really want to bring low tier swords. You better bring him like maybe higher tier ones. I mean, his tier 2 sergeants arms did pretty well. 126 kills, 215 kills. His company D, company 3E, and then he's got Garde Scots here getting 295 kills. Crossbows got 112 each, and his French Chevaliers getting 291 kills. Then we have Orange, the Prince of Orange, who was playing as Lorraine. 267 kills with his Homme d'Armes. His dismounted Ritter varying kills, one getting 0 here, and one getting 130, so like a wide range there. His Trebuchet getting 19 kills and his crossbows 82. Then we have Cake playing as the final French army with his highly chevroned up army. 342 kills with his shock here. His polearms getting 108 kills, his sergeants getting 128, and his like archers getting 172. and 281 for his company de E, and it's 222 for his Guard of Scots, and 297 for his Gentiles. There you go, guys. That is the siege. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, do remember leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support. And until next time, Legionnaires, I will see you in the next one.